And namaste, everybody. Namaste, yogi and yogini. Thank you so much for joining me again today from your comfort of your home, from safe space. Then we do the best of the action that we can help one another to stay safe and save lives out there. I know that's not easy. For me, actually, especially this week, it has been really, really tough. However, I apply the knowledge and the wisdoms that has been shared with you the best I can each and every moment to just save my sanity. And I want to share that knowledge again. And this one, the little quote that I wrote it on the board, it said, the more spacious and larger our fundamental nature, the more breathable the pain in living. And it's come with a very, very good example, so I want to read it to you. And then we're going to dive into our practice together. An aging Hindu master grew tired of his student complaining. And so one day, sent him to go get some salt. And when the student returned, the master instructed this unhappy, frustrated young man to put a handful of salt in a glass of water and told him to drink it. The master asked, how does it taste? So the student said, it's bitter. The master shrugged and then asked the young man to take the same handful of salt and put it in the lake. So the two walked in silence to the nearby lake, and once the student swirled his handful of salt in the water, then the master told him again, now drink the water from the lake. And the master asked, so how does it taste? The student said, fresh. And the master asked, do you taste the salt at all? And this young man said, no. At this, the master sat beside this serious, very angry and stressed with the word young man. So to remind him this, the pain of life is the same amount of the salt you carry. It's no more and no less. But the amount of the bitterness we taste depends on the container we put the pain into. So when you are in pain, the only thing you can do is to enlarge your sense of being. When you are in this bitterness of the moment, in pain, you have to enlarge your vision. You have to expand your container, your perception. And how do you do that? You bring in this human character, such as trust, such as, I'm going to cry, surrenderness, such as gratitude, such as love, for one another, such as respect. Respect that life happens, and we are life. We have to be a part of it. We have to flow with it. We have to surrender to the greater energy that we are part of. And we enlarge this container, then we can flow with this bitterness of life, with this less intensity of stress, maybe even not at all, because we do the work. And I want your practice today is that. When it's come to the yoga practice physically, that's why we move so much. That's why I tell you to warm up. It's in a way we want to kind of move the muscle, expand the muscle, give the muscle room. So when you go into the harder poses, then we can handle them better. Get it? Having said that, look at my stick today. It's Taya's xylophone stick. She grabbed my somehow last Sunday. Here we go. Close your eyes, please. And you take this deep breath in and out through your nose. One breath at a time, you just keep doing the right thing to expand yourself physically. You can feel it when your inhalation go into your body. Allow the front, the back, the sides of your body expand evenly. See yourself make room, see yourself expand, see yourself become bigger container. And while you exhale, use that opportunity to let go. Let go of the control. Let go of your selfishness. I know you want to focus on yourself sometimes, but many times when you do that, you become more stressed. You become more bitter to your life journey that may be asking you to practice more kinder and more loving to yourself. And you repeat. You relax your jaw, you relax your neck and your shoulder. You make room one breath at a time. And with this expansion, we also remember whatever show up today, good, bad, ugly, or beautiful, each and every one of them, we have room for them. We do not come here to practice yoga to be perfect. But our perfection is in our acceptance to what is in this moment. Mindfully, join your hands together right in front of your heart, please. And may we chant Om 3 times together. Take a deep breath in, please. Exhale fully. And another deep inhale. And you bow your head toward your heart. Release your hands, lift your chin, open your eyes. I am going to warm up, standing up today. If you would like to join me, please be on your feet. If not, do your warm up and we will meet at some point, okay? So once again, we go from top down. So work your neck. I'm actually working my shoulder first. Just move your neck, your shoulder joint, do circle. You do tilted the head in length. Let me give you freedom to move the body however it feels to you, especially for many of you that has been practicing yoga for a while with me. Okay. If you kneel, welcome to the space. Please just get your neck joints to be kind of loosening up a little bit, get into your shoulder, get into your wrist, circle your spine, side stretch. I'm giving you option right now, swing your body side to side. We're gonna be here for probably from 2 to 5 minutes. Yeah. You can get into your hip by do a little bit of a pose that's called goddess pose. You can go up and down. You can go bow into Pasarita, Padottanasana, and dangling your body side to side. Just keep on moving, everybody. Keep on expanding the space inside of us. Each muscles, each breath. Side stretch is good. Swing your body side to side is good. Everything is good right now. Give your wrist a lot of work. The only, I don't want to say downside, the area that we're not going to get in properly is our ankle and the hip joints. Okay. When you are standing, so that's why I love being on the back a lot. But today we're standing on the feet. You can come into the goddess pose and do the, like hold your thigh, turn your body side to side, twisting like this. Keep breathing, keep breathing. I am so missing seeing each and every one of you do the warming up a lot. I love see that unique body do its own thing because it knows what it needs. It's really beautiful. That's also such a good metaphor for these expansive things that we do because, we need to hold the space for one another because we are so different from each other. I'm going to give you 1 more minute before I will call you to join one another and then we can flow together. Okay? Let me check the clock. Good. All right, would you please slowly bring yourself onto your feet and come to the front of your mat. We are going to go from here to high lunge and stretch, warming up a little bit more. So get your right leg back, please. And work with breath. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, lift the heart. 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 And then bend your right knee. Just go back forward. Swing your body side to side. And come back into the middle of your mat, and we go left leg down. Square your hip toward the front edge of the mat. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, lift the heart. Your arms are yours. Please feel free to land them wherever that feels good for you right in this moment. And carefully, you just bend your left knee a little bit and we step forward. Come back to Tadasana and swing your body side to side again. And then you come back to stop. Feet hip distance apart. Chair pose. And we love your toe to come off the floor and be spread, okay? Tailbone down, spine nice and long. Inhale, lengthening spine, legs straight. Exhale, Uttanasana. Can you interlace your hand behind your back? Open your legs a little bit wider. And you bend your left knee, twist your body to the right. And then switch, bend your right knee, turn your body to the left while your shoulder blades drawing toward one another. And keep changing and switching. Breathe. Let's keep making room. And then come back center. Just exhale, bow down. Exhale, hug your chins and push your thighs apart. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Bring your hand to the floor, step your right leg back and your right knee to the ground. And we are twisting gently to the left. And you exhale, facing the floor. You kick your left leg back. Turn your body open completely to the left side of the room and make your left side nice and long. Your foundation, right hand, right knee, please. And your left leg kick back straight. And exhale, turn your body down and forward. And we thread the left hand underneath. Thread the needle. Extend your right hip back. Actually, some of you do this pose with your hip go sit onto the heel completely. That's actually also a good option, but it just hit different muscles. If you're here, you get more onto your shoulder. That you feel that the back of your scapula is stretching very strongly. But if you come off from the heel, you're going to feel more into your trunk. Once again, you can play around with your body and your space to create more room. And just do it mindfully, please. And we come up and away from the floor onto our hands and knees and make this big circle of figure eight with your spines and your necks. Other side, please. So we are not changing the story of our tightness and our weakness. We just change the way we look at them and how we deal with them sweetly and respectfully. Then from here, we step the right leg forward and we do this gentle twist with your left knee on the floor. So the twist is go to the right with your heart open. It's still in a warming up stage for me, so you don't really have to be really intense, or if you like it, please don't stop that. And kick your right leg back, one straight line on the bottom, belly and heart turn diagonal up toward the ceiling. Long right side body from toe to fingers. And exhale, we go toward the floor and we thread the right hands under these thumbs. And while you kind of play around with your position safely, so wherever you go in and you know that you can create more space respectfully to yourself, that is where you should go for your practice. Very interesting feeling. And we come up and away from the floor. And we are going to do cat-cow here for 5 rounds, please. So inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. 4 more. 3. 2. 1. And you come back to the neutral position with your right leg off the floor, left hands off the floor. We go elbow and the knee meet beneath the belly, inhale. Exhale, extend it, and we go to the sides, open, inhale. Exhale, center. 2 more. On each direction, please. And left hand down, right leg forward. Get your left knees off the floor. We pivot to the left. And we go into Pasarita Padottanasana once again. Now you can go deeper into your stretch to get into that deep Pasarita. If you have headstand in your practice and you're ready to test your neck, please feel free to do that. You can twisting still. Side to side, right? You can do dog pose with your legs straight here. And we turn toward the front of the mat. We're going to do 3-legged dog. Kick your right leg back and up. Opening the hips, bend the knee. Kick it to the left. Extend the leg. Square the hip. Come forward to plank. Inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. And keep repeating these 2 poses, please. Inhale, plank. Exhale, dog pose. Two more, please. Come back to your hands and knees. Right arm off the floor, left leg off the floor. We go beneath the belly first. Inhale. Exhale, extend. Open to the side with the straight leg or knees bent. Exhale, extend. We do 3 total in each direction, please. Bring it down. You step your left leg forward and pivot to the right. Now, if you didn't get into the hip yet, I would love you to do the hip stretch right here. Or if you already did the hip, do the Pasarita again, the leg wide. And you stretch your body down to the floor. Or if your body really need one or the other more, repeat. hip, 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 hip. And carefully, like you turn back toward the front edge of your mat. I have to do it properly. Then you kick your left leg back and up. So we go into three-legged dog on the other side. Hips open, bend your left knee, kick it to the right, and push your chest back. Lift your armpits up and away from the floor at the same time when you do that. Then extend the leg square, the hip come forward to plank. Inhale, we go all the way down to the floor. So we can use the floor to stretch our shoulders. We're gonna go to the right first. And I have to be careful with my tools here. So right hand extend to the right. Turn your chest open to the left. That mic really can get me into hurting myself if I'm not really careful. Breathe. So mindfulness is needed badly. And that expansion of the way of looking at things. Carefully go to the other side, please. And you come down to your belly and your chest. And we're gonna do our first back bend. And I would love you to make this back bend more like you're warming up back bend, okay? So you challenge your back muscles slowly. Any hand variations work, any heights work. Excuse me. Get the shoulder blades to kind of be moved around once again. And we go back to child's pose, please. Inhale, come up onto your hands and knee. We go right leg forward, low lunge, okay? Up to your spine, exhale, lunge. Inhale, length. Open your heart as much as you can, no matter where your hands are landing. Core is always in. Imagine your trunks doing two things. Ribs are drawing toward one another. Chests are drawing apart and expand. Yeah. And the breath go through that space as smooth as possible. And then we go forward, exhale, hands come down to the floor. Standing split, kick your left leg up toward the sky. And we're gonna land the left leg back into our warrior two. Reverse warrior. And bring both of the hands down to the floor. Three-legged dog, right leg kick back and up. Right knee to the nose, round the back. Inhale, kick it back and up. Your flow is here, everybody. Come to plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. You don't like flowing, don't feel like it, you can rest in child's pose right away, please. Your back bend, please pick anything that works for you. So Sphinx, locust, cobra, up dog, Dhanurasana. And we go back to child's pose, please. Breathe. Remember the space that we want to keep on creating in our mind, in our breath. And you step your left leg forward between the hands. Low lunge on the other side, please. And the challenge that you want to take your body to, do it mindfully. Challenge it through space with every breath to create more space within the muscles. And we go forward with the chest, hands come down to the floor. Kick your right leg up to the sky, opening the hips, standing split. And we land the right leg back behind you, warrior two. And let the breath move the pose. Remember that jellyfish strategy, everybody. Reverse warrior. Hips stay back slightly. Three-legged dog, or you can rest in child's pose, please. Knee to nose, round the back up to the sky. Inhale, three-legged plank, and then we go exhale, three-legged dog. Come forward to plank with the leg lifting or not. Chaturanga Dandasana for us who want to keep on moving. Pick your back bend. Make sure your lower back is what you pay attention a lot. Your core engage more and more when you go up higher and higher toward the ceiling with your chest. And child's pose or downward facing dog, please. Breathe fully. Step your right leg forward between the hand, warrior three. We're going to be there shortly. Once again, warrior two. Reverse warrior. Extend side angle pose. Control the position of your hip. Make sure it stay back slightly with the spine elongate diagonally. And don't forget your neck. Your hand can be behind the back of the head. And we go from here to our runner stretch, please. Square the hip forward, stretch your right leg. Heels down, toes up. Breathe. Let the body expand when you inhale. And when you exhale, when the breath goes, you go deeper. You relax your jaw. Stay calm and stay here. Left leg forward, Uttanasana. We are going to flow or not from here, everybody. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, go back to plank or Chaturanga Dandasana or rest in child's pose, please. Finish your flow in down dog or child's pose. And stay there and observing and make room for yourself and others through your breath. Through your heart. Left leg forward between the hands, warrior three. Warrior two. Reverse warrior. And come out from it, extend side angle pose, please. Stay really opening in your heart, your shoulder blades, and move back and together while you really get that sternum move forward and diagonally up toward the ceiling. Strong leg connected to the earth. Lunge, stretch, please. Exhale. Carefully, don't let go of your energy completely. You have to move through each pose properly and safely as well. Right leg forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Let's go to chair pose again, please. Exhale. Stand nice and tall. Inhale. Uttanasana. Exhale. Your flow is here. So again, everybody, or choose to rest. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Here we go, and flowing. And down dog or child's pose, please. Breathe. Breathe and breathe. Then we come to plank pose, and we do side plank on the right, Vasisthasana, right hand, right leg. Okay, weight go back toward the foot a lot. Wrist should take less weight. Top arms and legs are your options. And exhale, we turn the chest and the hip to the floor, left leg forward. We go into our lizard pose, please. Body diagonal to the right. Remember, the depth of the pose is on you. Know yourself. And then go into the stretch that you know that you can expand and enlarge, which means bring more flexibility into your muscles safely. From here to standing split. And we're going to play around with this pose for a little bit. So keep on breathing, like challenging yourself to opening the hip, and each exhale length through all limbs, through your legs, through your body. You want to challenge your stability. You can start to move left hand to the left heel if you really bowed it toward the floor. Right? And carefully challenge the other arms as well. So be mindful with your choice. And then you square the hip, land your right leg back behind you. Parivritta Passoa Konasana, you're twisting right elbow outside of your left knee, hands in prayer. And we twist carefully with the exhale. Now the twisting is really challenging you to find the space that you can create. It's not the pose for that, but you do the finding, creating the space anyway, the best you can. Exhale, bring both of your hands to the floor. Three-legged dog. Kick your left leg back and up. We're going to go into upper body strength just a little bit more. Exhale, left knee to your left armpit, please. And then go three-legged dog. Inhale. Then we go to the opposite armpits. Exhale. Kick it back and up. Then you're going to go all the way to the floor. Rest here for a bit. And we take the Nurasana, so bend both knees. Or you can do locust pose as an option, okay? Hold the ankle or the top of your feet. Do your best to do the pose, and whatever that means, I hope that you feel empowering and you feel safe. We want 5 breaths. Here we go. Kick and lift. When you inhale, exhale, let it go. Really find the length in your lower back when you kick back into your hands. 2 more. Last one. Come down. Windshield wiper. Or you can have your legs on the floor and just rock the hip or stay still, please. And within that very, very intense heartbeat, we just learn to stay calm and find the space that we can elongate our breath and calm our mind. I squished my mind right now. I hope that doesn't create so much of the problem. Come up onto your hands and knees, and we go to downward facing dog. Or prep yourself into your Vasisthasana on your left. Right away, please. You can come down to your forearms. Yep. Push your weight back toward the leg. Get your hip up a little toward the ceiling. You can stack the leg, scissor the legs. But when you do that, it's going to be harder to lift the leg. Actually, when you find the stability, get the top leg off from the bottom leg will give you the chance to create more room to go backward. And then square the hip, right leg forward, lizard pose. Feel your hip. Let the exhale move any tensions away from your muscles. Each inhalation, you make room. We go from there to standing split, please. The other way for any one of you to do standing split by get your hands on the floor safely is that you use your left hand to stabilize your right hand to stabilize your right shin, because that's where the energy is going to go when you lift your left hand off the floor and you kind of stabilize that. It's going to help you to stand actually much more easier to be on the foot itself. Yeah. And carefully square the hip. Land your left leg back behind you, and we are twisting left elbow outside of your right knee, hands in prayer. Within that twist, find length as well, please, when you exhale. Spine long out from your heel to the crown of your head. And bring your hands down to the floor, three-legged dog. Right leg back and up. Inhale. Exhale to the armpit. Kick it back and up. Exhale to the opposite armpit. Round your back the best you can up to the sky. Inhale, back and up. Back and up. And you come forward to plank. Once again, lower all the way down to the floor, please. And rest here. Breathe. Ekapadapikasana, we do the right leg first. So your left forearms parallel to the chest. Bend your right knee. Bring that chin down and forward while your knee point back. Course in. Lift your heart as high as you want. And breathe. Breathe to that options and see, are you in the safe place that you ask your body to be stretched and to be strengthening or not? Or should you move some places else? Feel the muscles. Remind yourself that you're here on your mat with your practice, not elsewhere. Other side, please. And then let it go. We are going to do Dhanurasana, our bow pose, one more time, or any back bend that you think is better serve you right now, okay? While your belly is on the floor, you can do Dolphin Pose even. Here we go, we do 5 more breaths here. Exhale, let it go. And rest. And be. Let that spaciousness inside that you're feeling reminding you how much more you can allow the challenge of life to move through you. Remember, they never stay. They will pass. And there are lots of good and beautiful things that's always happen as well within your day. Can you see them? Can you have gratitude for them? We come up to our hands and knees. And we're going to go, or before we go into the back bend, have your knees together and let's drop the hips side to side, please. Then you come back to your tabletop with your right leg back and up and left hands off the floor. You are going to bend your right knee, hold the foot with the hands. Okay. And then kick the foot back and up toward the ceiling. 3 breaths. Work from the bottom, hands out and up. 2. And then let go. Left hand down. Right side is nice and long. And we go square the hip and the chest forward. Right leg go forward. Warrior 1 on your left leg straight, please. Now we are going to do twisting. So you're going to turn your body toward the right side, toward your right leg that's bent. You can have your left hand on your right thigh for now, and you extend your right hand back behind you. If your shoulders are tight, it might be better to hold the hip instead, okay? But I want you to really opening your pec major on your right side, so just look like this. Yeah, and you can get your left hands off the floor, right there. Opening that first. And when this right shoulder nice and open, you can extend your right hand back behind you. And then from there, you're going to do reverse while you're twisting. So inhale, left arms back and up. And then exhale, extend back. Right arm extend more diagonal to the right, please. You have more room that way. Here we go. I'm going to go back where I'm come from. And then windmill that left hand forward and down, warrior 2, right, down, 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 your right hands go up. Adjust your feet. Warrior 2. Trikonasana triangle. And left hand come down to the floor. Kick your right leg back and up to the sky. Inhale, opening the hip, bend the knee. And we are going to do flip the dog if you want to. If you don't feel like doing the flip the dog because your back is not ready for that yet, please get into pigeon pose right away, and we are going to meet you there. I might be off the camera. So we're going to meet in pigeon. Everybody. For us who flip the dog, finish the pose and flip it back safely and meet your friend in pigeon pose, please. Let me take a look. What's going on with the timing right now? Now from here, get yourself out from the pose safely. You can go back into three-legged dog. I actually can go from here to a dolphin pose. So I want you to get yourself out from the pose safely, right? And then do dolphin pose for 5 breaths, okay? So get yourself out from that front leg. Move that right hip joint however you want first. And then you set yourself up in Dolphin Pose. And 5 breaths to stretch your chest back toward your feet. Remember, you can work the hamstring and your calf one leg at a time if you want to. If they are super tight, you probably rather work the back and keep your knees bent all the times. Don't do this pose with your lower back is rounded, please. And when you're done your 5 breaths, please rest in child's pose. Come up onto your hands and knees. Now we get the left leg off the floor and right hands off the floor, and we bend the left knee and use your right hand to hold the foot. We are going to use 3 breaths to do this back bend, kick your legs back and up. Remember, your core is engaged at all times. And you let go 5 lengths. Get your right foundation down first, and turn your body to the left side, left arms and legs nice and long. Then you follow the exhale to facing forward. Step your left leg forward, and we do warrior 1. And we're gonna go from here to stand upright twisting, okay? So you can have your left hand on the hip at first, or you can kind of swing it all the way back and your right hand all the way forward. But if your shoulders are tight, shorten your left hand and work your pec major first leg. Really feel its opening, hip facing forward. Yeah. And you can keep that left hand there if you want to when you do the reverse. Or extend it and really shoot it to the side, not the back, okay? And use the exhale to get your body curl up and back. Don't turn your hip to the left so much. The hip should stay forward. Strong back leg. And then we go from here to warrior 2. So your top arm, your right arm, so go down, 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 and up. Left hand, just go up. Trikonasana triangle. And here we go. Am I doing the flip the dog? Yeah. Or 3-legged dog. And then flipped it. Or you do 3-legged dog and go into pigeon pose, okay? I hope I didn't forget anything. Let me think about it quick. We meet our friend in pigeon pose, please. Inhale, come up and away from the floor. So get yourself to comfortable, seated or standing up for a little bit. I would love to use this opportunity to give you options. If you set up yourself against the wall already, that's the best thing you can do. And if you have the inversion or arm balance in you, you can go from here. I'm gonna do about 30 seconds to 1 minute. You can do your forearm balance. You can do your headstand. You can do your forearm plank pose if you want to. Any one of you who doesn't want to do that upper body strength right now, would you please either do Konasana, wide legs and then stretch, or you can do tree pose and do the, on both sides, so you do the balancing, okay? Here we go. I'm gonna choose to do my Pinja Mayurasana or the forearm balance. And then we meet in child pose. We're done, everybody. Child's pose, please. I hope that you pick the options that you either can stretch and expand more, or be in that expansive space of yours with calm and solidity in your foundation. And find your way to a seated position, please. So let's do Parivita Janushasana. We go right leg extended, left knee bent. All right, and we go sideways, left hand toward your right leg, okay? On left hand behind the back of the head. Really feel the stretch on the left side of the body. It's not so much about how low you go, but how much stretch you really feel it. And use that core to really ground your hip into the ground. And you inhale, come up and away from the stretch. You can go into Janushasana, bow down toward the right leg. Please, if the strap is the good thing to use it to protect your lower back from getting hurt. That, for some of us who are tight, that is how you create space for your muscles. Other side, please. And inhale, come up and away from the floor. We go into Shimotanasana. If this version doesn't work, remember you can do Shimotanasana. Instead, respect your hip and your ankle joints, please. Inhale, come up and away from the floor. Now, I'm going to give you two times of our kind of seated heart opening, okay? You can go from Dandasana to reverse table to Shimotanasana, and you are going to do 5 breaths each. Here we go. First round, please. Get ready. Keep that heart open. And go into the pose. 2. Make sure your wrists are safe, like you create space safely. Create that heart opening safely. And exhale, come down. Baddha Konasana. Inhale, come up and away, and then we go into the second round of our seated back bend, okay? Pick your version and we do 5 breaths. Here we go. And carefully come out from the pose. And we go into Shimotanasana, spine elongate, create that space, like that spaciousness in the lower back while you stretch your hamstrings muscles. And as you be with this stretch, and may we all remember again that the more spacious and larger our fundamental being, the more bearable the pain in living. And may our heart and our perception be as large as the ocean, so we can carry this handful of salt that is challenge, that is unpleasant, so we don't really have to feel the effect of it so intensely. And twisting, please, right leg cross over your left leg. Bend your left leg or not is your option. We do Marishyasana 3 or Adha Matsyendrasana, please. I also want to thank you again for commit to be together in this class. and to allow this practice to help you, to ground you. Inhale, turn forward, switch side please, and allow this practice to remind you how much more you can expand. To make room for the pain, to hold them respectfully. Inhale and twist, please. Now bring yourself down to your back, hug your knees in, and rock side to side. And after that, when you're ready, like you can go into plow pose, shoulder stand. You can do more passive shoulder stand by use the block underneath the hip, please. For any one of you who new to my channel and today if our path cross, it's such an honor to have an opportunity to practice with you and with my regular students. I miss you so much, ladies and gentlemen. If you are being so kind to support my channels and my work, I have the donation button for you. Feel free to look around, and thank you ahead of time for your generosity. Yeah. Get yourself into your inversion. Please stay there as long as you want. From 5 to 7 to 9, or maybe a minute. And from there, we are going to go into Shavasana. Shavasana and Namaste, everybody.